Yeah, let me know if it's too loud. I tested. We did some of this on Sunday, but I'm gonna just be doing like half an hour of this, and then marbles, and then on to actual running. I don't know what this means. Bag's cool, I guess, but I've already got everything I want. So I guess fire. So this is a spooky card game, but no real spooks, just the volume of the game is a little bit more than voice, maybe 10% reduction. Okay, I hate this. Like this? Is this better? I mean, obviously, like this? Is this a little bit better? So this is a card game with some spooky elements. As chat has said, definitely nothing else apart from the card game. So focus wholly on the card game. So there's a lot of... It's sort of Yu-Gi-Oh-esque in the way you can play things, where you sacrifice other creatures to do it. Various abilities of note. And trying to beat the other guys. Egg. You all know I love egg. So we've got various places we can go, sort of Slay the Spire-esque, where we get various upgrades. So this is a fire surrounded by some spooky cannibal boys. They're going to make something have extra attack. I'm going to make the this guy have extra attack. Oh, I could do it longer, but they might eat it. Nah, I'm good. Okay. So you can push your luck there, get an extra power, but you might lose the card. And I'm fine just keeping the card. Some of the cards are... Hey, Pyrograph, there you are. Welcome, welcome. Some of the cards you do by sacrificing. Other cards you use by using bones, and you get bones by the things dying, including when you sacrifice stuff. And you can sort of see what's going to happen. So these birds are going to come, but birds fly, so they won't attack any of my stuff. So if I just put a tasty, tasty egg there, nothing of note will happen. I will lose 2. I essentially have 5 life, but everything has lifesteal. If you don't know what lifesteal is, every time I deal damage, I get health, but the same applies to them. So currently it's even, because they're doing 2 and I'm doing 2, so nothing will change here. So I don't have to really do anything, because I have inevitability on my side, because I just keep playing more and more things. The AI generally doesn't. So now I'm doing 6 damage, and the AI is only doing 2. Hey British, hey Zeratol. And hey, Masculine. And I can make myself do 1 more damage by sacrificing that for this. This means I overkill them, and every damage of overkill becomes a currency, which I can spend here if I want, which will then be another fire to upgrade something, which seems like the best path for me because this is more cards. Ideally, general card game rules, don't fill your deck. Having a smaller size, a smaller amount of cards is generally going to be better, because then you're more likely to draw your good cards. So this is going to give 2 health, which is a lot less exciting than attack, because your minions always attack first. So something like, I mean, the stink bug is sort of, yeah. Hey Welchy, welcome, welcome. Welchy. So no pushing my luck here, because again, I'm not really bothered about health. It's more, feels more relevant in the attack, but this is fine. Hey Elf, welcome, welcome. That's a lovely blue square. Bingo should be forthcoming tonight. It's my bingo is next thing, but you mean yours? That's fair. Okay, so we got an alpha. These 2 are coming up. This one buffs this one, so that's going to be a 3-1 and a 1-2. So I could, I can put a raven there. I could put just a pelt. So I could just put a pelt here, and that's going to block the 3 damage. And then I can make a little raven egg over here. And I've got this golden pelt which I can put down to take damage. These don't do anything, can't sacrifice them because they're just piles of fur. But for some reason they're piles of fur filled with bones, so when they die you get a bone. Don't really know why. So we do have items here, so this is going to be a squirrel I can just get, which I am going to do. Put this down so I don't take the damage. I am going to sacrifice these two so I can kill this. Okay, so I'm going to deal 3 and then they're going to deal 2 because this one blocks, so I'm still fine. I can draw a squirrel to summon my stoat. Now I'm going to deal 3 and they're going to deal 2, so still fine. And then I can just chuck stuff in front of this guy. He does surrender, but overkilling gets us currency, so ideally we go in for the overkill. So just chuck random squirrels in front of that boy so we can get currency. So this is going to get us a random card based on a card type. I prefer elks move around, snakes have weird abilities, and wolves generally just have power. We don't have a lot of power in the deck, so we'll go with this. That's fine. Not the best, but it's fine. Ideally we get a power buff, because power buffs are best buffs. Yep, there you go, cool. And we'll buff the stink bug. We need to make sure the whole deck is pretty decent, and the stink bug's probably our worst card at the moment. So that's fine. Hey, shelter, welcome, welcome. We don't want to continue because this stink bug is already pretty good now. 2 power is a lot of power. So we're going to have 2 2-1s coming at us. Stink bug is really good here, but we can't play it because we don't have the bones for it. I can just chuck down a golden pelt to block some damage though. So now, squirrel, squirrel. We're going to dump the wolf over to the side here because he's going to die to these coyotes. He could kill one, but we're fine just getting 3 through. And then I can chuck a stink bug here and kill that one. Hey Zeratul, welcome, welcome. That's good. That's just going to block 2 damage there. So we've got a bullfrog. We're going to do 2. So we're on the. We'll slowly win this. It's just going to take us a little while now, unfortunately. So now I'm going to do 2, and then they're going to do 4, which means I'm not dead. Because I can take 5 from that position. Simple maths. Now I'm going to deal 3. So I believe it's A. There you go. So I'm going to deal 3, and they're going to deal 4. So that is going to get me, unless I just chuck a squirrel down. Easy peasy, and that's basically us winning the game now. It's just going to take some time. I could arguably just draw something better and just kill that, so I'm just taking more. So yeah, even the AI knows that they've lost already. It's just a slow grind to do it. It's technically optimal to get the currency though, so there you go. So this will, we've got pelts, we can trade them here for some better cards. We have 1 garbage pelt and 1 golden pelt. The garbage pelt is going to get us something we don't want, probably. Hey, Cake Pro. So this is power equal to the number of times you use the bell. This is what? When it's played, add a copy. So that seems nuts. So you can. So I'm going to take this because I can put that ability on something else. And then something else that costs bones is pretty good, and that has a death touch. If you've ever played Magic, or Poisonous if you played Hearthstone, basically just always kills, and this is the thing I wanted to use with that. Gain a copy when you play it. Because that means I can gain a copy of something, maybe the Stink Bug, because Stink Bug's pretty good right now, or something like Long Elk. Stink Bug's pretty good right now, just gums up the works. Although Long Elk is a lot of killing. I think we're more likely to play multiple Stink Bugs. And then we're on the first boss, the Prospector. He's a bit spooky. That's technically our life system. If you enter a boss with 2 lives, you remove a life, but you get a good card. Hey, Giving. Welcome, welcome. Something, something, Prospector, something. Wait. That art's changed. That's different art. Okay. Now it looks like an elk. It didn't look like an elk before. Hey, Baron, thank you for the luck. Cards change and stuff in this game. Don't worry about it too much. So got the Coyote and the Pack Mule, as always. We want to kill stuff and things. Sacrifice me. Unfortunately, I don't have you at the moment, Freshy. So on my previous playthrough, I named a card Freshy, and I believe I named a card Wonderland as well. I mean, you can take this hit, so you may as well. And I'll just put a Raven Egg over here. Did you really? I think I did, yeah. So I can't play this because I do have 4 bones. Oh, interesting. No, I'll play this later. That's fine. I don't need to kill this Pack Mule. This Pack Mule gets me loads of cards, but I don't need it yet. So. I could just win the game instead. I guess it's fine. So that gets me a ton of cards, which are going to help me win the next phase. And then we're just not going to do anything because he's going to turn all my minions into gold. Which is unfortunate because I like the Long Elk, but sort of worth. Where can one find this game? It's on Steam at the moment. It has a lot of controller-based controls, if that makes sense to you. As in, the controls feel like they should be used on a controller, but it isn't actually on any console, so a bit odd. So I can play our Bullfrog, which doesn't really do enough, but I mean, we only really need to kill that minion, and then we win. So if we can slowly get it, that's fine. Sure. Oh, I can play this now. Okay. There you go. So flying goes over the enemies, which is kind of cool. So that means we win this turn. We just win. So there you go. Easy. Plans on for another Twitch integration stream? Yeah, at some point. I don't know when it's going to be. Keep thinking about it, but this is probably the best one, I guess. The Mole Man's pretty good. It blocks a lot of damage, which is kind of useful. Post-AGQ celebration. So we really like anything that removes cards from our deck, because we hate the cards in our deck, as always. I can't see anything though, so we're just going to go here and get a bug, because bugs are the best. The bees health upgrade is the worst upgrade, but if we can remove a creature from our deck, then we'd greatly appreciate it. So we're just going to try and get the bullfrog killed. Yes, please. I'd like you to die. No, I really want this bullfrog to die. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, cool. We actually got something for that? Man. Definitely trade my bullfrog for an item. You got it. So this means that his bugs get a power. Is it as terrifying as the thumbnail looked? It's very creepy. It is not spook. So he's a creepy boy over there, but he's not a spooky boy. He's just a creepy boy. He's like... You wouldn't want to have a chat with him, but you're fine sitting in the same room. You get my drift. So I'm going to just put the stoat in the middle. Yeah, I really don't like scary games either, but this isn't that scary. This is just creepy. Just fine. Creepy is fine. That's a bee. Does this block flyers? No. Just going to put a beehive down there. Okay, sure. I'd like to draw one of the things I can play with. Am I still fine? Yes. Okay. One of my bone cards would be good. There you go. That's a bone card. So I get another stink bug from that. I enjoyed your creepypasta. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did some voice work. If people who don't know, I did some voice work for Last Bacon, where I did some creepypasta stuff, which was fun. This isn't... Yeah, I wouldn't have enjoyed... If I knew that Subnautica was scary, I probably wouldn't have played it. But because I didn't know, it's great. So this will get rid of a card. This will merge two cards together. But I don't think you can check what's in your deck at any point. So, whatever. Back for more spooky game? Welcome. But this is a guaranteed sacrifice, so we're going to go over here. This gets us a card that we probably don't want. I don't know what this is. So I'm going to take this cockroach, because when it dies you get another one. Hey, Hez. That's pretty good. This means we can sacrifice something, so ideally we sacrifice that when it dies you get another one and give it to something easier to cast. We can sacrifice this, because this is quite difficult to make. Favorite sub-biome? Lost River. I don't know about this. Just infinite bees. I guess putting the cockroach on this is essentially the same thing, right? Yeah. If I can put it on the long elk. Because they're the same card now, but now they've got poisonous, which seems a lot better. There you go. So we got some bees coming at us. Bees don't really matter. We just make ourselves a raven egg, I guess. We just go on our merry way with our raven. We're mods. They'll turn up eventually. And make a little beehive over here. Just to block that damage. A bee! So I could make a wolf. No real point. I'll just put... Actually... Yeah, no, there's no point. Just put a bee there. A bee! There you go. Easy peasy. We're going to go for this because it gets rid of a card from our deck. We have to get a card here. That's sort of blurry. Do I want the blurry card? Sure. Why not? I'm sure it'll be very useful. So this is hard to play. So I want to upgrade something that's easier to play, basically. That's the general gist. So I'm going to upgrade this guy. There you go. He gets glowy eyes. And very spooky. So again, I want to get rid of cards from my deck or get less cards. So this way it gets me less cards. This gets me like pelts, which are generally pretty useful to block, and then I might have this, maybe. Or he gives me a double of something I already have, which is pretty useful. So this is birds go in front of enemies, I think. I think that's what that means. I don't know what the chimes do, to be honest. They're just sort of there. Oh. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to put the beehive in front of... Oh, a chime doesn't bleed. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. This is a little worrying, because this is going to be... This is going to be... 2, 3, 4. And I die at 4. So what I need to do is I need to do this. So this is a little bit creepy. I'm going to tear out one of my teeth, but it gets me a life. Alternatively, I could do this. I'm going to gain 2 in a bit. I'll have something to block there. And that will mean I'm net even. So yeah, this is fine for now. So this means that I don't die, because now I'm going to take 2, 3, 4. And that's fine. So now I'm dealing 2 up to here. They're dealing 4, so that's going to die. If I put something here, then I deal 2 and they deal 2. So that's a net equal, which is fine. So I'm going to put that there. That gets me a nice B. Okay, so stink bug is fantastic. We love the stink bug because we can play a stink bug and then play another stink bug. Oh, the stink bugs. Oh wait, no, this is fine, because these aren't exist. Yeah, we're good. So we get 4. And now we win? We win. And Giving says the knife was removed from the game. Got it. Cool. Stinkbug is very strong. It is very strong. How long? We got 6 minutes left of this. Let's see if we can get to the next boss or something. So I don't want this pelt because it's poop. I want one of those. I don't want any more. So this guy combines 2 of your units into the same unit, but I don't know. Do I have 2? I've got 2 wolves. Okay. That can be 1 wolf. Thank you very much. So now it's a big wolf. Ensure your approach to chat's lies. Chat's lies, you say? So the smoke is insane. If you ever get here with the smoke, it's insane. And now we're against a spooky fisherman. Very spooky. Some would say the spookiest. So he's got a little flyer coming at us. Not a lot we can do about a flyer. So what we're going to do, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make ourselves a little stoat. Sure, he can just chill here with some chimes, and we'll make ourselves a little egg over here. So he wants the chime. You got it. You can have the chime as a little treat just for you, buddy. My boy the long elk. Oh lord, he long. Why is he called Yep? That's him saying something. So now we go fish. Yeah, the stoat talks to us. He's a friendly fella. So this is actually... This raven's insane. If I never kill this, do I just win? I'm wondering whether I sacrifice the stoat. Because then I'm just going to give it a go. I've never tried it with this. Because I think we only die if we ever kill these chum buckets. So I'm just going to not kill them. Cool. Hey, sheepy. Well, that was easy. So I get a good card that I will probably sacrifice later. The Gek's pretty good because it's free. Unfortunately, we have to take a card here. Magpie gets us a different card though from our deck, which is kind of good. I can make a totem, just passive effects for my cards. I can get something passive for my squirrels. When I play a squirrel, I get a squirrel. That seems pretty good. Searching for cards is pretty good too, but maybe I should have taken that actually. This is just spooky Pokemon. Yeah, very spooky. So I basically have infinite squirrels. Oh, I see. That's a different thing every time. Cool. It's a lot of squirrels. I can't really do much with them, though. Bah. A magpie. Sure. Oh, that's insane, right? Because I play... So I can play the magpie, and the magpie gets me anything from my deck. So I can get a good card, which I guess is my wolf. That's my best card. So then I play the squirrel, and then I play another squirrel, and I play the wolf over here. And then I can play the long elk. Sure. I mean, we're already won because we just dealt 6, so... 6 is indeed more than 5. Six health from... It's going to draw 3 cards. I need to match these criteria. So I'm going to go with 4 attack because that should be pretty easy. No. Yes, that's 4. 6 greater than 4. We did it. This is when you play it, get another copy. This is flying and this is jump in front of an enemy. I mean, lots of these is pretty good. I guess now I've got infinite squirrels, grizzlies are easier to play. This removes a card from my deck. That's great. We hate our deck. We want it gone. I find this kind of funny, so I'm going to keep that in. Actually, am I? I might sacrifice it. Everything else is just pretty good. I guess I don't need the Gek. I don't need the Gek. You can have a Gek. Cool. So that means I've got a totem that gets me a bone at the start of every game, which is cool. Yeah, the random card, I guess, is kind of fun. I guess. Squirrel. Squirrel. Beaver. And then that'll do for now. Cool. Squirrel. They're stoked. My boy Long Elk. Oh, Lord he long. Long Elk, go. Okay, so it's a little worrying now. We're taking a fair bit of damage here. I need a sacrifice card that isn't the beehive. That's very annoying. I think I'm dead. No, wait, because I can... Alright, yeah, I can sacrifice this to put this here. That blocks that. And then I can do that. I'm still going to take 2, though. So it's better if I do this. Unfortunately. So this will steal my enemy's card. So then I don't die. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'd rather save that for a time that it's a lot better, but we don't want to die, so... This dam is actually really painful. Really painful. That's fine though. Oh, my wolf. Good. Let's just go win the game, shall we? Cool, there we go. And as Cutie said, it is marbles time, so that's this done. We end it after.